Right, so steering column's done now. I didn't record it or anything, I just got on with it on Sunday, I think, because we're now on Monday, Tuesday actually. So we ended up cutting it here. I think I did shorten it about 10mm and then just slide it in. There's a shaft actually welded here, so it just slid into the tube and we welded it all the way around again. As you can see, it's let it come back into here now, instead of before it's pushing it all the way. And the union, I can't see, but this part was right up against the column and the bolt was touching the top. Let's come back a bit, get you some focus. So yeah, that was right up against this tube and then that was up against the frame. So now it's given us plenty of room to turn the steering. So the next job now is a bit of a leak on the half shaft seal on this side, and I have tried to put some gasket sealer around the edge of the half shaft plate. Probably I've done it around the bearing tube as well, but that's not worked. It's still leaking, and this is a two-piece half shaft on here, and I noticed that there's a seal on the inside the bearing, and I think that's what's leaking through the middle of the bearing and coming out then. So I've brought a new seal, which is here. So that is the next job. We'll fit that and see if that solves the problem. Quite easy to push on and off. It's just that this one, have a look, it's warped, it's disformed. So yeah, that's the reason why I want to change it. And it looks like the metal spring that goes around the lip of it here is missing anyway, so that's why we're going to put a new one on. Just got to clean all this and some gasket out. Put quite a lot in there. Quite a nice feel of the seal, really. But there we go. That's how much we put in, just to try and seal it. Obviously didn't work. I'll obviously try and put more sealant around it again, but this time with the new seal. So if you have a look, we've got the new seal there. It's obviously fitting a lot better in the tube. I don't know if it's really put any sealant in here at all. I'm just going to put some around here where the flange meets to hold the half shaft in, and then hope the seal's doing its job. Which it should do, and then hopefully that'll stop the leaking. start off by changing the water temperature gauge, as when I built it, it didn't work, and we did get a bit of boiling over coming out of the overflow at one point, so can't believe we knew it was hot. So we're going to change the gauge, and we're going to change the mechanical part that comes in. Oh, let me show you if I can get to it. It's on the pipe here somewhere. It's on this pipe anyway. There's a sensor. It's nice STR by Nickel Motorsport. It comes with all the fittings as well. If I can get into it. Through the back here. Sensor and a couple of wires to join. So that's going to be the first job, and we will get an oil pressure gauge at some point, but to match, but it's not a necessity now. Don't really use an oil pressure gauge. The more gauges, the more you worry about it while you're racing, and if the oil pressure drops, you're knackered anyway, so you might as well just go to the blues. As I say, it's not like I'm running a $4 grand engine anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just chuck in another one after. Yeah, so we'll get on with that. So now we've got the new gauge in. Try and get you a better angle. I've got to fill up with water and test it yet. Put some antifreeze in. We wired up the lights, and we've got as far as that. It's quite a nice gauge, good quality one as well, and a good price, so happy with that. Had the kit comes, but it comes with standard nuts, and with these cars they kind of do rattle about and everything, so bolts can come loose, and really it should have been nylock, but I haven't got any nylocks to fit, so I found some spring washers that I got, so they should hold it nice and tight. Here's the original place for the cable for the wiring, and just come off and earth off the post down here, which I've got a cable tie all up at once. I've done other things, so yeah, easy fit. So now I put my transponder on, wire that up. I was going to put my switch in because I'm going to put an electric fan on it because it hasn't got one on it. So I'm going to drill through here, through there, and put the switch between the two gauges, and then run the cable down here and across. Probably come from here down and then on to the rad. We've got to try and get the fan in, which I think it's going to be fun, and a bit of a jiggle about getting that fan in there, and then yeah, that's the cool inside of it down there, and then top up with water. I did have somewhere here a little kit, right, so cooling fans, I've had them on various vehicles before. I find this is the best kit, the fitting kit, because you get small threaded screws instead of the simple plastic zip ones that you poke through the radiator and you put on. But I've been bumped about in them, and the plastic clips don't hold on, the fan comes flying off, which you don't want with these types of cars. So these are a good one. I've used these once before, and the rad fans never come off. So yeah, still a bit to do. here we go. I didn't record this bit, but I put the fan on and use the little fitting kit, the metal. There we go, just there. See it there. So we've got 4 points there. One got them on. Had to space that a bit because right down there there's a nut on the centre of the fan, and I just needed to get it away from the actual radiator and get rid of any chance of contact with the rad. So again, cables coming across. We've earthed it off the chassis, and then we're going up and across the chassis inside. From the fan, let's come on to this one here. Straight into the switch. So we've drilled a hole, put the new switch in, and put it between the gauges. Off that one alive there, and then this live has come back and all the way down to our terminal post again, where we've got all the lives coming off it. So that's that one done. So it's on the ignition. The fan comes on now. There we go. So that's it for today. I don't think it works. No. So you need the ignition on if you wanted the fan on. The only other way is to take a live off the battery terminal, bring it in, up to the switch, and then off to the fan. It only means just taking it from off the terminal post and then putting a new wire down to there if I wanted it, so that I could have the fan on with the ignition off. Well, something we may do. We'll just see how it goes first, like it is. So I think that's enough for today. Probably, yeah, fill it with water tomorrow and check the temperature gauge is working, and that should do. It's brand new, should be no reason not to. And then some more to cross off on the book, the list, should we say. Just running out now. We've topped it up with water and coolant. Just running it up, getting a bit of temperature in there. Just check the pipes, bottom and top. Top's a bit warm, and then bottom's cooler. Obviously, the pump's pushing this way through the top. That's why it's a bit warmer, and then cooler through the bottom. Should be like that anyway. She's only a little bit warm. She's not right out there yet. She's